What's going on, everybody? I am that driving guy, and my office gets me where I'm going. If this is your first time, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell, and hit all. That way you're notified every time I drop a video. And don't forget to hit up the description box for some essentials that can help you along the way as you're out there dashing. So, this video is kind of like a continuation from my last video, and I wanted to just talk a little bit about the new laws that have passed in California, that gig workers are now, um, they have to comply with these new laws, kind of about their pay model. So I'm gonna put up a little snippet of the article, the one particular section, and you can go to Market Watch. I'll try to leave the link down in the description as well, so you can check out the article. But the article basically is saying that all gig companies now have to comply. They are required to, first thing is, of course, make sure that us as dashers get 100% of our tips. Now, this is something that Doordash has stood by firmly, in saying that us as dashers have always received 100% of our tips. Now, I don't have any reason to believe that they are stealing money, regardless of what articles may say, what lawsuits may have, or whatever. Me personally, have never experienced or even had a notion or a thought that DoorDash was stealing money from me. If so, I wouldn't be dealing with them, right? And I'm pretty sure a lot of you wouldn't be dealing with them if you really strongly believed that they were stealing money from you. So they stand firm on that. We've always been getting 100% of our tips. Cool. The other thing, the article further states that now DoorDash, I'm speaking particular in DoorDash because that's what I do, but it's all gig workers, all gig companies rather. It says that they have to supply or give more information to the restaurants and the customers regarding the delivery fees. And also that DoorDash cannot charge the customer more than the restaurant does. So this can really be a good thing. It doesn't specify the type of information that they would have to provide, but giving more information could possibly give the customers a little bit more insight as to what us as dashers are getting paid for those deliveries. So maybe it can probably, and I'm speculating, I don't know 100% yet, but maybe the additional information would be providing the restaurants and the customer with how much of the delivery fees, comes to us. So that can benefit us because it can kind of prompt the customers to say, well, okay, DoorDash is only giving $2 for this order, so let me go ahead and chip in, maybe give $4 or $5 so it can bring it up to something that's more suitable. So it's not really a change to their business model, so to speak, or their pay model. It's just another way for the customers in the restaurants to be more aware of what us dashers are actually receiving, because they possibly could have been under the impression, a lot of customers may be under the impression that DoorDash pays more, or some of the delivery fee or service fees or any of those additional fees, they may be under the impression that that money does go to the dashers. So with this additional information that they're required to provide the restaurants and the customers, hopefully that can be a good sign for us to be able to receive more tips. Although tips are not, that's not something that is really a big thing to me, although I am fully aware that our pay is made up of what DoorDash pays and also customer tips. I'll just accept an order if the guaranteed minimum amount is something that helps me reach my goals. And I speak about this a lot in other videos as well. I only go for orders where I know I'm guaranteed to get that amount that I'm shown, that payout amount. And that's how I make plans on my bills or budget for the things that I need to have done. I cannot rely on, and again, I know what our pay consists of, but I'm not a waiter. I cannot rely on tips. I can't rely on maybe money. You understand? I only can go off of what I'm guaranteed, and that's how I set my goals from day to day, week to week, month to month. So, like I said, for those of you who have any types of issues as far as it goes with DoorDash hiding tips or not showing tips or whatever the case may be, then this could be something that really would work in your benefit with the customer. Hopefully, with the customer getting that information and the restaurants getting that information, that can help us as dashers to receive more money. Although they may still not show the full payout, at least the customer would be aware of what we're receiving. And I think that really would help. So, with all the new laws, all the pressure being applied to gig companies, again, like I said on my last video, I'm hoping that it does not force DoorDash to change its business model to only hiring employees. Hopefully we'll be able to keep our status, our classification, as I mentioned in the previous video. So that's pretty much what that is. If I find out anything else, there is something that I'm paying attention to right now as far as the way that the orders are coming in, and how we're getting paid, what they're showing and what they're not showing. I'm still working on that just to see what changes have occurred, because I did receive an order the other day that kind of did not have the same triggers that I usually look for, the number of items, mileage, things of that nature. It actually was a order that kind of surprised me, and it showed as 850 for, it was low mileage, maybe 3 or 4 miles, but the order ended up turning out to be over $20 was the payout on that order. So there is a change. I'm not quite certain what it is yet, but there is a change. But pay attention to these new things now. And hey, if you're really proactive, maybe some of you can even converse with the customer to ask them about information that they may have seen. Or if you happen to use the DoorDash app and you make an order yourself, maybe you would be able to see some of the changes as well. And that can kind of help you along the way as you're out there dashing as well. You can kind of know how to move in these streets. So that's that. Again, as always, I appreciate y'all. And until next time, I'ma holler.